Good morning, my beautiful light beings. As far as I can see right now, it doesn't look like anyone has checked in. But again, I'm still figuring this thing out. We're just going to do a brief 30-minute chair yoga class. It's going to be, oh, someone's checked in. I have no idea. Oh, two people have checked in. Hey, students, my beautiful students. Hey, Minnie. Yay. Thank you for checking in. I wasn't sure if it went live before, uh, I turned it on live. Again, I'm figuring this out. Oh, yay! Hi, Minnie. I miss you guys so much. So we're at the end of a water month. So I'm still working on water. Don't really have a whole lot of intention for feet so much today as more fluidity and mobility. So if you have any specific requests, then go ahead and excuse me, post those. Let me know what you would like to see, at least in the coming week. So let's go ahead and get started and let's move. So I can have this back. So let's come into a comfortable seated position on the edge of your seat. Slow the breath. Ground. Ground through the feet, lift through the crown of the head. So creating that balance of lightening the load from the top, but grounding at the base. Bring the hands to heart center and let's chant 3 times together. Inhale. Exhale and bow the head, smiling into that beautiful heart center within. Release the hands, open the eyes, and lift the head. Interlace those fingers, turn the palms to face out, and then up. Deep inhale, creating space for those lungs, extending through the heels of the hands. Many, I know that is not really comfortable for you. So either way, even if you're grasping the wrist or something, extend up towards the ceiling, lifting those ribs up, creating space to do some nice, beautiful, deep breathing. Exhale, release the hands down. Let's get that lymphatic system moving and flowing. So inhale, exhale, twist to the right, looking over that shoulder, keeping that spine tall and straight. Inhale, exhale, left. Really hold a deep intention of lifting the spine, creating space in the spinal column, but also in squeezing right here under the arms, in the breast, chest area as you twist, because this is where we've got a lot of the lymphatic drainage, and we want to keep that moving and flowing to support our immune system. Inhale, exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale, left. With one last time to the right, and we might be going a little bit deeper in our twist now. And inhale one last time to the left. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Let's do a little cat-cow. So on the inhale, we'll roll those shoulders back, lift the chin, if it feels comfortable to do so. Bring the entire spine forward. So now you've rocked forward on your sits bones, bringing the entire spine deeply forward, and then exhale, round. Bring the chin to the gaze to the navel and the navel to the gaze. Inhale. The heavy cow out in the middle of the pasture with the belly hanging down, in this case forward, right? And then exhale that angry cat, really round that spine. This is what it should look like from the side. Inhale and exhale. Getting a lot of mobility in that spine. Inhale. You know, our spinal fluid is our lifeline, essentially. The spinal column, that spinal fluid is our lifeline. So we want to create space and mobility in that spine. And exhale. Let's do one more just because that feels so yummy in the morning. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and come to a standing position. And again, we're going to move in and out of a few poses today. I want to get back as much as I can so that you can see. In fact, I'm going to tilt the screen up just a fraction. There we go. All right, so we begin in Tadasana. Big toes touching if that's comfortable for you. Grounding in all four corners, weight in the heels, engage the thighs, lift the pit of the abdomen, lift the heart center. And just feel that sense of being firmly grounded, balanced. You know, see if the weight feels even on the left and right foot. Again, most of the weight you want to have on the heels, but make sure that the inner and outer toe mounds feel evenly grounded. Good. And then on the inhale, let's bring the feet apart, about 3.5 feet. So what we're going to do is move in and out of Trikonasana and Virabhadrasana 2. So triangle pose and warrior 2. Obviously in warrior 2, be very, very mindful of the knee. In Trikonasana, you want to just be mindful that you've got the knee tracking over the toes. So turn that right leg out 90 degrees, the left foot about 15 degrees. So the left heel should be further away from you than the toes. The toes should be pointing up into this corner, I guess that's how to say it. The right knee should be pointing directly over the toes. Move that right sits bone to that left inner thigh until you feel that beautiful hamstring stretch. Bring the hands up parallel to the floor. Reach out over that right foot. And then we'll lower the right hand to the inner thigh. So you don't ever want to press on that knee, right? So just bring it to the inner calf, inner thigh. Bring the left hand up perpendicular, or if that shoulder is screaming at you, bring it back to the sacrum. So that's our triangle pose, right? Setting up for the triangle pose. So from here, we're going to move into warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So you'll inhale, come up, bend that right knee, take a peek, make sure that it's not moving towards me, make sure that it stays stacked on the ankle and standing tall and straight. You can see the inner arch of that foot, and then bring the hands up parallel. So we're strengthening now the quad, right? So in Trikonasana, we're stretching the hamstring, which is much needed, and in Virabhadrasana 2, we're strengthening that quad. Lift the pit of the abdomen. Turn those palms to face up. Keep the shoulder blades hugged in tight, and then turn the palms to face down. Beautiful, proud warriors. Again, make sure you're not leaning out over that bent leg. That's a tendency. You want to have a straight line from the crown of the head right down through the tailbone. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten that knee. Move that hip back to the left again. Reach and lower down into your Trikonasana. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend that knee, coming into Virabhadrasana 2. So now we're going to hold each of them for a couple of breaths. Inhale, straighten that right knee. Exhale, reach. And exhale, lower the right hand, lifting the left hand up perpendicular. So let's hold here for about 3 breaths. With every exhale, see if you can lift that left hip up a little bit higher, getting just a little bit deeper stretch in that right hamstring. Keep this thigh firmly engaged to protect all the beautiful tendons and ligaments in the back of that leg and the back of that knee. Nice. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, bend that right knee. Again, take a peek. Make sure your knee is stacked on top of the ankle, tracking over those second toes. And hold here for a few breaths. So as you hold here, you find opportunities to activate those arms, Maybe take your pose a little bit deeper as if you were sitting in that chair behind us. You may be, and that's okay. Lifting the pit of the abdomen, pressing through the outer edge of that left foot. And then inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, turn both feet to face the front. Inhale, turn that left leg out 90 degrees, the right foot about 15. So again, the right heel should be a little further away from you than the toes. The left knee should be pointing straight out to the left, not up here towards me. And we'll start in Trikonasana. Move that left sits bone to that right inner thigh until you feel that beautiful hamstring stretch. Reach out over that left leg, lower the left hand, bring the right hand or at least shoulder up perpendicular, right? And since we already know the drill, we'll hold this side for about 3 breaths. And if you feel like you didn't get enough on the other side, then you can always go and do that afterwards. And redo the video because it'll be posted. Hold here for about 3 breaths. Again, with every breath, find opportunities. Engage the thigh, lift this hip, create space between those shoulder blades. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend that left knee. Stack and track. Now, when I say stack, that means don't take the knee past the ankle, right? So stack it on top of the ankle, track it over the second toes. Lifting the pit of the abdomen, active arms. So you know what I mean by active arms? They're not just flopping out here with the wings flapping around, right? So we want to activate those arms. Extend. So we talked yesterday or Wednesday about not just stretching from fingertip to fingertip, but also extending from shoulder to fingertip, shoulder to fingertip. So always reach more through that right to make sure you're not leaning, right? Good. Have we had enough fun there? Let's inhale, straighten that knee. Exhale, lower being back into Trikonasana. Holding for about 3 breaths, finding those opportunities, lifting that right hip, activating that left thigh, space between those shoulder blades. And then you can also lengthen from the crown of the head to that hip, right? So lengthen, creating space for these ribs, those lungs, deep breathing. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, bend that knee, stack and track. Pressing in the outer edge of the right foot, lifting the pit of the abdomen, rolling those shoulder blades in and down the spine, checking to make sure that you can see that inner arch. You have no idea how much I miss all of you guys. But at least we can sort of be together. I'm trying to figure out how to do you guys are used to me chatting while we hold poses. I'm trying to figure out how we can do a Zoom call so that we can see one another. Because that's part of it, right? We're missing the camaraderie, the laughter, the connection. Let's inhale, straighten that leg one last time. Move that left sits bone to the right inner thigh. Reach, lower the left hand. Bring the right hand up perpendicular. Because I don't have you guys feeding me your beautiful energies. I was sort of floundering around on Wednesday, but I had more of an idea of what I wanted to do today. So again, for those of you who have joined us a little bit later, send me emails, send me messages, put something in the comment. Let me know if there's anything you feel like you're missing that you want to work on. Bend that left knee, going back into Virabhadrasana 2, stack and track, roll those shoulder blades. So if your arms are getting tired at this point, because we have taken a couple weeks off, then you can always lower them down, right? But we want to feel a little juice in our joints, a little juice in our muscles at this point, since we've been, I don't know about you, Mom's been over here for over a week, and I feel like I've been eating like I was going to the electric chair. So we're all going to potentially gain a pound or 2, and so we want to do anything we can to offset that, right? All right, inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, turn both feet to face the front. Inhale, bend the knee, and exhale, bring the feet together. Whew, I don't know about you, but I'm already winded. So the next one that I intended to do is moving in and out of Virabhadrasana 1 and Parsvottanasana. So we've done Parsvottanasana with our kitchen sink. It's the one where the legs are apart. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. It will look like this. So you'll start in Tadasana. Let me move this chair. So maybe a few less obstructions. So you'll start in Tadasana. Let's see this way. And from here, we'll step the right foot back. And so those of you who have done the kitchen sink with me, you know in order to get that beautiful calf juice on that back leg, you want to have the outer edges of the feet parallel to one another. In that case, I can't go quite as far back because that calf is really tight. So take the feet as wide as you need to this way so that you can hold your balance. Have the outer edges of the feet parallel so that you can get a stretch in that calf, that back calf. And we'll start with bending that left knee to stack on the ankle, track over the second toe, going into Virabhadrasana 1. Lift the pit of the abdomen, press into that back heel, bring the hands up overhead. So we're lifting those ribs up off of the lungs. Right, I'm going to turn this way. So I just wanted to do that so you could see. So we're lifting those ribs up off of the lungs. Deep breathing, holding here for a few breaths. With every inhale, lifting the pit of the abdomen a little more. With every exhale, grounding. Ooh, I don't have my ankle. Oh, that calf is so tight. Grounding through those feet, right? Inhale, roll those shoulder blades up, out and up. Exhale, grounding through those feet. Inhale, lifting everything up, and exhale, grounding. Good. From here, we'll straighten that front leg. Bring the hands behind. Roll those shoulders back. Keep that front leg engaged. So I know I'm backwards now since I've turned sideways. But remember the hinge, right? It's not rounding. We're hinging forward. So let me turn this way. So inhale, lift that heart center. Exhale, hinge forward. Again, we should be feeling a beautiful stretch in that left hamstring. Roll the shoulders back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinge maybe a little bit more. Inhale, lift those shoulders. Exhale, hinge. So when I say hinge, what I mean is we're not rounding the back down like this, right? We're keeping that spine long and lengthened. So the heart center is moving down. The entire spine is moving towards the floor without rounding. So roll those shoulders back, hinge forward. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up to stand. Exhale, bend that knee. Let's go back into Virabhadrasana 1. Whew. So right leg is back. Calf is, the outer edges of the feet are parallel to one another. Bend that left knee to stack over the ankle, track over the second toe, lift the pit of the abdomen, hands up. Ooh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting toasty. That sun is coming in, making it warm. Good. Roll those shoulder blades out and up. Active arms. Active arms. Ground to the feet. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, ground everything down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, ground. Beautiful. Straighten the left knee. Clasp those hands behind and hinge forward. Keeping that thigh firmly engaged. Lift the shoulders up. Exhale, hinge forward a little more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge. Good. Inhale, come back up to stand. Let's do one more. So bend that left knee to stack and track. Ground through those heels, especially that back heel. Bring the hands up parallel. Inhale, lift everything up towards the ceiling. Exhale, ground through those feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale, ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, ground. Beautiful. Bring the hands down. Straighten the left leg. Roll those shoulders back. Hinge forward. Thighs firmly engaged. Press through that back heel. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, hinge forward. And inhale, come back up to stand. You know what's coming. We get to do the other side. Step that right foot forward and the left foot back. Nice. Again, check your calf. You want that back, the outer edge of the feet parallel to one another. So you really want to fill that back calf. Bend that right knee to stack and track. Lift the pit of the abdomen. Swing those arms up. Let's create a little more movement in this one. So you know the proper alignment, right? Make sure that knee is stacked and tracked, that it's not leaning in to center point, right? So that it's stacked on the ankle, tracking over the second toe. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring the hands down, roll those shoulders back, hinge. Good. Inhale, lift from the shoulders. Lift those hands up, lift the pit of the abdomen. Ground through the feet, lift everything, ground through the feet. Exhale, bring the hands down, roll those shoulders back. Inhale, lift the heart center, straighten the knee. Exhale, hinge forward. Good. Lifting with the shoulders. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, bend that right knee. Inhale, bring the hands up overhead. Exhale, ground to the feet. Inhale, lift everything a little higher. Inhale, lift everything a little higher. Exhale, bring the hands down. Roll the shoulders back. Straighten that right leg. Hinge forward. Feeling that beautiful right hamstring. Good. With lifting with the shoulders. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, ground to the feet. Inhale, lift everything else. Exhale, ground to the feet. Inhale, lift everything else. Beautiful. Exhale, hands down. Straighten that right knee. Last time, hinge forward. Roll those shoulders back. Exhale, hinge forward a little more. Lifting with the shoulders. Inhale, come back up to stand. Exhale, step that foot forward. Whew. Who else is winded? I'm going to have to bring a little fan in here for the next rounds. It's going to be 80-some degrees this weekend. All right, let's have a seat. Let's do a little core work. So you can, do you, whatever feels comfortable for you, right? So you can keep the feet grounded. Well, let me see, let me lower this down just a little bit more so you can see my feet. All right, so keep those feet grounded, or if it feels comfortable for you, when we do the extension, you can leave the foot out. So inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, draw that right knee into the chest. Good, rounding that low back. And, getting a little palpation on the abdominals, right? Helping get some of that excessiveness to move and flow. Inhale, full body stretch again. So you can lower that right foot, or if you're feeling strong and want to activate that core, you can extend that foot out in front. Exhale, drawing the left knee in. Again, think about the pressing, the palpating, the massaging of those abdominals as you squeeze that knee in. Think about the loosening of that low back, creating some space there. Because when we're tight in this outer hip, it pulls on that low back and creates strain and dis-ease there, right? Inhale, full body. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, exhale, left. Inhale, exhale, right. Inhale, last time on the left. You can keep it here. Again, you can always lower that foot, right? You can keep it here, or if you want to really push yourself, keep going either right, left, or exhale, draw double knees into chest. Inhale, full body. Exhale, double knee. Inhale, full body. We always have so much fun with this one, don't we? Exhale, double knee. Good, and release. Let's breathe. I'm going to come in a little bit closer. Who else do I have here? Oh, thank you, Minnie. Camera was perfect. Bless you. All right, so let's breathe. Let's spend a little time breathing this morning. As I've been saying, I'm kind of going with the whole stress and tension and anxiety feed or lower our immune system. But deep breathing, meditation, yoga, All of these things have been scientifically proven to help the immune system. By the way, Deepak and Oprah have another 21-day free meditation, daily meditation. I think today is day 5, so get in today so that you won't miss the day, first day. And it's about hope. I forget the name of it, but they're all fantastic. Oprah is my hero, and Deepak is pretty stinking amazing. Spreading the benefits of meditation and deep breathing. So, in honor of coming to the end of our water month, so I invite you to make yourself as comfortable as possible. Bring your back to your chair seat, ground through your feet, and just find your breath in this moment. Where does it naturally flow? And then we'll hold the intention of starting at the heels on the inhale, inhaling all the way up the back of the body, the calves, the backs of the knees, the backs of the thighs, those beautiful, washing over those beautiful hamstrings that we've stretched today, over the glutes, up the back of the pelvis and the spine. Again, thinking about that spinal fluid, that spinal column, lengthening through the crown of the head, creating space for that beautiful spinal fluid. Imagine that it's a hose in the back, and you want to have as much space. You don't want any kinks in the hose stopping off that life fluid. You want that hose to have a nice open path to flow and create health. Coming up the back of the head, over the crown. And as we exhale, feel the flesh literally, pardon me, the flesh literally melting back down towards the floor. To feel the face, the flesh of the face melting down. Coming down the fronts of the shoulders, the breast, chest, down the front of the torso, the front of the hips, the fronts of the thighs, the tops of the thighs, fronts of the knees, shins, over the tops of the feet and out the toes. So do a couple more breaths like that, following your own pace up the back of the body, over the crown of the head, down the front of the body. Finding those last remnants of stress and tension. Using that fluid movement, that fluid breath, feeling the flesh rolling up and melting down. Utilizing the strength of the breath for that motion. And on the next inhale, you may hold for a brief moment at the top before exhaling back down. And because we're doing a slow, deep breath, feeling those lungs fill completely. And as you exhale, feeling them completely deflate. Maybe even forcing out the last little bit of breath at the bottom. Take time daily to spend a moment with your inner light, your peace, your calm. Finding the space between the thoughts, relishing in those little nuggets. Then take one more deep inhale into your beautiful bodies. And exhale fully. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes. Thank you so much for participating, for joining me. We'll be back here Monday at 9:30 doing golden groovers. So have your weights, your bands, and a great attitude to move and flow and dance and get silly on Monday at 9:30. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Find all those things that you are most grateful for in this moment and take that feeling of gratitude out into your day. Namaste. Thank you guys for being here, for being present. Again, if at any time throughout the day you join the class, then feel free to check in with me so that I can show you as attended. Namaste, Minnie. Thank you so much. See you on Monday. Have a marvelous weekend. All right. Good day.